Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Hashtag Anxiety Podcast. I'm Cassie here as always with the amazing LolaB.
Yay. Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy to be with Cassie. So this is a good thing.
We are going to share a couple of our anxieties of the week with you this week. I was telling LolaB, I feel like I've had a million little ones throughout the course of the week. So the first one I'm going to share, and I don't think I'm alone in this, is the time change. So daylight savings time, we fall back. So we, in theory, gain an hour, but I get so anxious beforehand because I know like it's going to throw off my sleep schedule. And we all know how much I freaking love my sleep schedule.
We do.
So I've had anxiety about this time change all week, and it has since happened. My anxiety was completely unwarranted. I think I like this time frame so much better. Like the dog's already asleep by the time I'm going to bed. Nobody has energy. We're all exhausted at 10 p.m. I mean, I'm still waking up at the same time. So I'm still getting I might be getting more sleep than normal, which is lovely.
This is fantastic news. I had a little bit of anxiety about it, just about, did all the clocks change? Like, am I going to be early for work or late for work, or am I going to show up to work? I don't know. It was just that kind of stuff. And then it was all right. Every year they talk about voting it away, and I'm all for it. Like, pick one and stick with it. That's great with me. But, like so many other things, we don't seem to all be on the same page. This is not necessarily an anxiety of the week, but it's a little story to tell you how I'm feeling in general. I was reminded of an experience that I had several years ago in my professional life. I was going to go tour a behavioral health facility, a psych hospital. So I was meeting the director of business development at the psych hospital, and he's lovely. And he's showing me around, and they were doing some renovations. And just as he was starting to talk about the renovations, this man walks up, and he's in khakis and a button-down shirt with a sweater vest over it. And he introduces himself and says, "Hi, I'm Bob Miller. And let me tell you about the renovations that we're doing now." And he begins to tell me everything about what's happening with the renovations and how they were having to move units from one to the other. And he's going on and doing a phenomenal job. And at one point, I happen to glance down and see that Bob has on no shoes. And it's at that point, just socks. And it dawns on me that Bob is a short-term resident there at the psych hospital. And I later thought about it. Number one, I laughed my ass off because I thought that's the best story ever. And number two, I thought that's how I want to be. I want to be like Bob. Like, I'm happy to be where I am. I'm just going to make the best of it where I am. I'm going to tell you all the things I happen to know at the time. I'm going to act like I know what the hell is going on, even though I don't, and not have a care in the world. So if you ever hear me say, "Yeah, I just want to be like Bob," that's what I'm talking about.
I might actually be like Bob. Like I just
Great
constantly enacting like I know what it's going on, and I thought you were gonna say he convinced you to let him out. Like he said, "Oh, would you mind grabbing the door for me?" And then
in my professional life, I've had multiple opportunities to tour similar facilities, and I have a story from everyone. That will be a different podcast. We'll talk about all those, but just a little teaser. One was when the psych hospital went on lockdown, and I was locked in, couldn't leave.
Yeah. So you may know this story because you may know this story. I went to interview for a job at a locked facility, and it was lovely. I met all of the people who worked there. They were great. They let me sit in on a group. It was after hours group. It was a music therapy group. It was amazing. I had such a great time. And I went to leave, and I was not yet an employee. It was still part of the interview process to make sure like that I really liked the program, that they really liked me. And I went to leave, and I went in the stairwell. Thankfully, I had my cell phone, and the door locked behind me. And I realized this is a locked facility, and you need a badge to now get out of the stairwell, because somebody had let me in, and nobody thought it through of like, how do I get out of the stairwell? And so Locked in the stairwell, had to get myself together and call the CEO of this company, who, again, thank God, gave me his cell phone number because he lived down the street, and he had to come back. Like, I think he had to leave dinner to come back to like let me out of the stairwell. It
Oh,
was so anxiety producing. Like that 10 minutes that I was in the stairwell, I was like, this is the worst moment of my life. I
yeah.
don't know what I'm gonna do. And
Yeah.
then I
I'm
realized,
now a resident of this
yeah,
particular
yeah.
facility because I can't leave.
I thought this was a job interview. Now it's a true crime podcast. I'm lost in here. What's happening? Like, clearly I'm going to be murdered in this place. But they were all lovely. The program was lovely. I joked, said, well, now you have to hire me since you've held me hostage.
They had no choice. And I'm sure it was an excellent decision on their part to hire you.
You're so sweet. I loved them. It was my favorite job ever. And let me tell you, I never went back into that stairwell without making sure either I or somebody with me had
No.
that.
Now that I think about it, this is a similar story and just a reenactment of your jail story when you were a kid. Like, I feel like that continues to have maybe some replay in your life.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about it, but you're right.
Well, one day we'll do another podcast, folks, of just telling crazy stories from on the road, is what I call it. Cassie and I have both been marketers and have spent significant time traveling on the road. And there's a story for every trip.
Anxiety makes it so much better too, doesn't
It
it?
does. It does. I don't always laugh in the moment, but afterwards it's pretty damn funny. So
Yeah.
we'll do one of those. Okay. So do we need to tell folks that we're taking a little rest and doing some self-care?
So we're wrapping it up and taking some time off for the holidays to do some self-care, to spend some time with our loved ones, to make sure we keep our anxiety in check over these crazy next couple of months. And we will see you back in the new year with a very exciting season 2.
Yeah, we have a cool guest that we're so excited about. And we think you guys are going to love them, and we do, and it's a cool topic. So look for us in the new year, and in the meantime, know that we are so appreciative and grateful that you all are coming with us on this ride. We're having a great time. It's been a delight and a joy for me, and the fact that I get to see my friend every week is really cool. It's also awesome that we have some folks along for the ride. So thanks everybody, and please know that we're keeping a good thought, that everybody stays well through the holidays, that you are able to enjoy time with your loved ones and your friends, and stay safe, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye.